It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Well, it's almost time for action here at OKC. And as the Thunder arrived earlier, they appeared to be in no mood to show any mercy tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris. About halfway through the year now, Doris, some teams that started off well have run into trouble.
Brian, doesn't it almost feel like an inevitability that over the course of such a long season, adversity is bound to set in? And sometimes it takes many forms. Sometimes it's as simple as an injury. Sometimes you've had a tough stretch of games, maybe 4 of 5, on the road against tough competition, and then you get your confidence shaken a little bit. This is the beauty of the league. Winning is hard.
Now Washington starting 5. Jonas Valanciunas out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Hampton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Bey in at the 3. Just 5 to shoot. Kuzma for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Here's Hampton. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Kuzma outside. Takes a 3. Again the miss by Kuzma. Here's Oklahoma City now. Holmgren, the pass to Boss. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. The Wizards with another miss.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, to steal a line from you, up high and down hard, Jonas Valanciunas. Go ahead, big fella.
Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Bey outside, beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, Bey knows his team needs this from him, and he's just finding ways to get productive at the arc.
To the middle. Here's Boss. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Boss. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Boss has got 6 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at the Wizards, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year. Here's Hampton. Still no points. Clock at 6. The Thunder with the rebound, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And he gets it back. Boss's shot is off. Washington trailing. Here's Hampton. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Bay outside. And he converts the layup. Bay's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, looking agile in the screen and roll. Bay is also capable of creating with his ball handling.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Washington will go for a different look here. Wagner's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Sarr comes in for Kuzma. George, he's checked in for Bay. And it's Coulibaly in for Hampton. They've got Holmgren. Luguentz-Dort out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Boss in at the point. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay? 2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Oklahoma City on D. It's a 10-point game. To the paint. Here's Sarr. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Boss. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, Boss, in their last matchup against the Bucks, played some superb basketball. He dropped 69 points, and he also dominated the glass. No surprises there. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Takes a step back. Here's Boss. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Green's checked in for Washington. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Thunder trail by 5. Caruso pass to Boss. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
Well, you look at Williams. He's going to need to move up this list big time to be part of the three-point contest. But he's got a shot.
Maybe, especially if he can get hot from beyond the arc, and he certainly has the ability to do so.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now, but this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Kemp, good. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Boss. And the layup is good off the glass. Boss has got 13 points now in the quarter.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Topic is checked in for Dort. And Washington making a change here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Sarr. He's got 5. Here's Carrington. He drops it from range. Carrington's got 14.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Doris, we know how big fashion is in today's NBA. Perhaps no one showcases this more than Kyle Kuzma.
And you can tell, B.A., Kuz definitely has some fun with some of the outfit choices. He does not mind causing a stir on social media, and he does not mind pushing boundaries.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. That one goes in.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Washington leading by 6. Here's Carrington. He's got 14. Pass to Sarr. Kuzma against Caruso. Sarr. And Boss pulls it down. Boss has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside. Here's the break. Here's Sarr. That one a little long. The Thunder have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. The shot's good.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Carrington. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. George left side. The Wizards with another miss. Thunder trail by 4. Here's Boss. Takes it inside. Lays it up and banks it in. Boss has got 21.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Carrington. Here's Sarr. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And here's what the Washington Wizards schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Saturday, they kick off a road trip to Charlotte, where they'll take on the Hornets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Kings, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Spencer's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Here's Hampton. Yet to see a basket. And it's Coulibaly missing.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in. Kuzma's checked in for Washington. Valanciunas with a screen on Dort. Kuzma for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, you know that Kyle Kuzma has 3-point range, boy, and he's got the green light.
Here's Boss. Washington with a rebound. Last time they met in Washington.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And the layup is good. Bay's got his third basket on the night right there.
And we see Bay's game evolving over time, including being more aggressive inside.
Pass to Caruso. There's 47 seconds left in the second, and the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul of the game. So for Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Dort, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Caruso. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Pass to Kuzma from the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Boss has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And here is Kuzma. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Boston. For 3, Hampton. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Wizards. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome to halftime. First order of business, catching up on the injuries around the league.
A tough break for them not having DeJounte Murray, his scoring, playmaking, rebounding. Just a do-it-all point guard with great size.
And he plays with such a high motor. They're missing the engine that makes him go. And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Kyle Kuzma out there with Saddiq Bey. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Hampton in at the point guard position. Bey, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
That puts him in the lead. Boss has got 27 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Hampton. No points so far. Valanciunas with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Hampton's shot is good. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Inside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen. And here is Kuzma. Over Williams. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Thunder with a lead. Grant the pass to Boss. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Boss has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Bey finds Kuzma. Takes the 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Boss. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Hampton. Bey with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Bey outside. Outside Coulibaly. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Here's Boss. It's rebounded by Washington. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Boss's shot is off. The Wizards trail by 5. Pass to Hampton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The first free throw is good.
For the Wizards, Hampton, 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Thunder leading by 3. Here's Boss. He's got 31. Rebounded by Kuzma. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Kuzma's got 8.
You can see Kuzma spreads out the defense. The ability to make that jump shot so critical.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Wizards trail by 3. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Back to Kuzma. Pass to Hampton. 6 on the shot clock for the tie. And that one's good. Koulibaly. Koulibaly's got his second bucket on the night.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. No coverage that time.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, so dangerous in pick and roll. He's going to keep you off balance because he can score it or facilitate.
Outside Koulibaly. Lets it fly. And Boss pulls it down.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Outside Koulibaly. Kuzma for 3. And Boss pulls it down. Boss has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Kuzma outside. Hampton passes to Bey. The 3. Nails it from 3. Bey's got 10 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
The steal. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Timeout called by Mark Daigneault. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And they got to refocus. Too many careless turnovers will kill your momentum.
Thunder trail by 3. Here's Boss. Pass to Furphy. And here's Caruso. Shoots over Davis. Caruso misses.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. 11 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Carrington. Here's Sarr. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Wizards out in front, leading by 3. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. In it forward, it's Jordan Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Furphy in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Boss. Driving in, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Down low. Here's Sarr, and he makes it on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 1.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Caruso with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Washington.
You have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Green's checked in for Davis.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Here's Carrington. George, a screen on Caruso. Right side Green. Oh, from deep. Furphy grabs the miss. Murphy's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, good. And now a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Now here's Green. Inside, here's Sarr, and he banks in the layup. Sarr's gotten 4 this quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Now Williams. Caruso outside. From deep. He buries it from 3.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Now here's Green. Defense right on him. Wagner outside. Wagner with a screen on Williams. 5 on the clock. And it's Wagner missing.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
They get it back. Here's Boss. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Bay inside. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Bay, good.
And such a gritty player. I like how Bay pays the D no mind on the way up.
Holmgren, the pass to Boss. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Boss has got 45 points. The Wizards trail by 8. Here's Hampton. Shot from 12. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Oh, swiped away. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. It's Kuzma with the miss. Thunder leading by 8. Here's Boss. And there it is for him. Boss has got 47 points.
Well, they're just riding a hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in the zone all night.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. He's checked in for Washington. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He told them, quote,
So both teams changing it up here. And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And there's a pick. Williams finds Graham. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side, Williams. And that one comes up a bit short.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Hampton passes to Valanciunas. Now here's Bay. On the clock is Coulibaly. Washington again can't hit.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
First personal foul, 14 foul. the line for 2.
And that one misses. Good on the second one. The Wizards trail by 11. Looking to get it going. And that one is stuffed right through.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Here's Kuzma. Got it.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Thunder leading by 9. Here's Boss into the lane. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. On the wing, Kuzma. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Boss. Another shot. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Out of bounds, it'll be Thunderball.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And the Thunder shooting it at 52%. And again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And that one misses. Wizards trail by 11. In transition, here they come. For 3, Hampton sinks it from distance.
Yo, what a dish from Bay. Kept his eyes up the floor and found an open teammate.
Ran outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, SGA right back at him.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Williams against Kuzma. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. 1:33 left to play in the 4th. Kuzma down low, working on Williams. Here's Hampton, 6 to shoot, over Gilgeous-Alexander.
With his length and athleticism and basketball smarts, how about the contest by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Excellent defense.
Here's Kuzma. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Thunder.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And tonight, a fantastic effort to deliver their 48th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Boss.
This guy has been shot making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Pass to Hampton. Kuzma, the open look. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Boss's shot is off. Outside Coulibaly. Kuzma outside. Here's Bay. No good. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, This is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you later.
Way to bring the effort tonight. I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No
Shaking
overtime
them
tonight,
live for
okay?
games like this one.
Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff members. Thank you.
2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jalen Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, and maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Boss, and it's Grant in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Maxi Kleber is out there with Brooks, and it's Lively in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Brooks finds Kleber. Back to Brooks. Doncic with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Banked in off the glass.
Creating space. Doncic will move defenders around.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Doncic. Last game out, 36 points for him. Kleber kicks to Brooks. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Boss. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd and talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Doncic, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Boss. Kleber, no good.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
He's listed at 6'5". But, Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the three-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
There's a lot of things that they love about Jalen Williams, but his polished all-around game is something appreciated. He can fill the roles and fill the holes for whatever they need to do.
He hits both from the stripe.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And I look at Oklahoma City. They were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league, and thus far, they have not disappointed.
Now, here's Kleba. Here's Lively. To the middle. Here's Doncic. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Boss. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brooks outside. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. 6 to shoot. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Boss gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now, here is Irving. Headed by Boss. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. Oklahoma City has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Mitchell is out there with Irving. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Lawson in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here is Irving. After the miss from Boss. Irving surveying the floor. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Caruso, the pass to Boss. Back to Caruso. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Now, here is Irving. 16 points for him. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those 2 guys.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardy's checked in. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Mitchell outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And yes, it's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Boss. Irving with the bounce pass. Here's Grimes. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And here's another update on the All-Star voting. Just a couple of days left now to cast your ballot.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
Well, you look at Williams. He's pulled in a lot of votes, nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. And the Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's Dallas. They're in third place.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Boss, in that last matchup against Washington, was a man on a mission. He finished with 52 points, and as always, he was aggressive on the glass, outworking everybody else on the floor. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Irving passes to Mitchell. Irving against Caruso. And it's Irving missing. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
They're going to take that gamble with Grimes from 3. Didn't pay off for the defense there.
Caruso, the pass to Boss. Sweet little floater. 16 points for Boss.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardy. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Topic is checked in for Dort. Left side, Irving. Over Topic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Here's Boss. Covered by Mitchell. Boss, no good. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Gafford. Some nice passing here by Dallas.
I don't see much of that, but the vertical from Grimes on display.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Williams against Mitchell. Gafford, and Gafford throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Total determination from Holmgren there, taking the foul while in the act. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in, and Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. You better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Doncic on the drive inside.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 18 points for Boss.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Brooks, the pass to Lively. And a big part of the perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Oklahoma City.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
Boss, the teardrop falls in. Boss has got 22 points.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Doncic passes to Lively. Outside Irving. Here's Doncic. Excellent D there from Boss.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Can't hit from in close. Mavericks trailed by 3. Irving from long range. Rebound by Williams.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
To the inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso against Brooks. Boss gets the bucket.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Doncic. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Here's Furphy. Lively defending. Shots good by Furphy. Outside Irving. Takes it inside. Oh, that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. He's got 20, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine, strength.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish your tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boss has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Boss is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Grant in at the 3 spot. And that one, good. Boss has got 26 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Brooks kicks to Doncic. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. They get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Kleber sets the screen for Irving. Rebound by Williams.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Boss, no good. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 7. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. But he paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. And so he makes both from the line.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Luka Doncic grabs the miss.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Here's Boss. The kick out to Williams. Second shot opportunity. Grant outside. There's the pick over Brooks. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his first 2 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. See the stat sheet here for Luka Doncic.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Irving. 25 points in the game. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And so here is Dallas. 4-point game. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
Doncic powers it home.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Williams can't get it to go. Mavericks trailed by 4. Brooks, the pass to Doncic. Back to Brooks. Pass to Kleba. Outside Irving. No good from outside.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Doncic feeling it out. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Boss. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Doncic. He's got 13. Here's Irving. Rejected by Boss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Now, here is Irving. 25 points in the game. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Alex Caruso.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic left side. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Harden. Dallas moving it around. Here's Grimes. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've led by as much as 10. Bucket is good. 35 points for Boss.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. Screen by Gafford. Clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Off on the layup.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Daniel Gafford is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Grimes in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pulls up. Thunder with the rebound. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Count that one for George. And the Thunder lead by 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Irving. And the 3 off target.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And the rejection by Gafford. Lets it fly from 18. Yep, right through the net. Irving's got 27.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
To the paint. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Monday, they'll start out on the road and play the Rockets in Houston.
And for that game against Indiana, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Kleber. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
The Thunder leading by 7. Outside, Dort. Inside, here's Boss. Misses from close range. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Grimes. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Nice work on the interior. Grimes wanting to score from wherever he can.
Pass to Topic. There's a screen by Williams. Shot from 12. Shot's good by Topic. Topic has got his first points of the game.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Outside Irving. On the wing, Mitchell. Hands it from downtown.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And the Mavericks with possession here after the miss from Boss. Irving can't get it to go. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And that one is good. Boss has got 39. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Gafford. Right side Irving. Ball stolen. Here's Boss. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is off.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Alex Caruso. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Topic. Irving sets a screen for Doncic. No good with the triple. The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Boss, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And so it's Dallas with following the score by Oklahoma City.
And we've talked about the skill. Doncic has polished his game at a very young age, and that pump fake was a seasoned veteran's move.
Luka Doncic taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Dort. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Williams against Kleber. On the wing, Doncic. 5 on the clock. The good-looking shot from the wing. Doncic has got 21.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, well, he is almost unguardable.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Pass to Kleber. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Holmgren. That free throw, no good.
At the line for Dallas, Maxi Kleber. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Boss. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. Now, Coach really laid into them. He said, we're too loose with it. Tighten it up. These turnovers are going to cost us if we keep giving the ball away. We're better than this. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Boss gets the bucket.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Now, Doncic. Lively a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
That one is no good. Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Holmgren hits them both. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 13. Outside Irving. Dallas again missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Boss.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Brooks with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Lively a screen on Grant. Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic, no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now, here's Doncic, and it's good. 2 points. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the drive. That one goes. Count it. Boss has got 60.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Irving for three. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent.